Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm going to be showing you this 2022 Infiniti QX55. This one competes against the Mercedes-Benz GLC Coupe and the BMW X4 Coupe, and this is the sensory trim. So let me go ahead and show you all the features this one has. Under the hood, there's going to be a 2.0 turbocharged 4-cylinder engine that is connected to a CVT transmission. This engine produces 268 horses and 280 pound-feet of torque. And the fuel economy numbers on this engine: 22 in the city, 28 highway, and 25 combined. Here is a MSRP sticker of this QX55. This one is the sensory trim. Basically, it's the highest trim you could get. And this one only has the slate gray paint, which is almost a $700 option. And the price on this one is almost $60,000. If you guys are curious about the color is called slate gray, and it does look very good on this QX55. And it is a $700 option, and the price on this Infiniti is almost $60,000 with destination charges. The grille looks massive, looks very good, and there's a good amount of chrome around that grille. And I really like this matte chrome or that brushed aluminum grille, and I just love the design and style of this grille. The Infiniti badge is going to be massive. It is basically the sensor for the braking assist. And for the headlights, I think Infiniti did such a great job with the headlight design. Daytime running lights are going to be basically two strips, that small one, and there is a long strip, and the top strip is going to be served as the turn signal indicators. And I just love the design overall. In the bottom, they're going to be a good amount of gloss black, and they're going to be some LED fog lights, and they're going to be some parking sensors, and that trim right underneath the grille is going to be finished in gloss black. And overall, I really like the aggressive and sharp angles this QX55 has. And seriously guys, overall I think Infiniti did a great job with the design of this QX55. But let's go ahead and move to the side of this Infiniti, and I'll go and show you how it looks like from the side. Here is a side view of this QX55. It does look very good, and as I said, it does compete against the GLC Coupe and the BMW X4 Coupe. And the styling looks really good. I love the fact that it's not too bulky from the back. And for the taillights, they actually do have a really nice look to them. And overall, I think the design of this QX55 looks amazing. They're going to be a nice sharp line on the top portion of the doors, and they're going to be a good amount of chrome since this is the highest trim. So the window trims are going to be finished in chrome. The back window is going to be tinted, and the door handles do have a good amount of chrome on them. And overall, I think the design looks very good. For the rims, I think Infiniti killed it with the rim design on this QX55. The size of those rims, they are 225, 45, 20s, and they honestly don't look that big. And on the fender, they're going to be a chrome trim or piece right there. And for the mirrors are going to be finished in gloss black, and those mirrors do have blind spot monitoring system, turn signal indicators, and a camera for the 360 camera system this QX55 has. And for the roof rails, they are finished in gloss black, and overall this thing looks really nice from the side. But let's go ahead and move to the back of this QX55, and I'll show you how it looks like. Here is the back of this QX55. It does look very good, and as I said, this SUV doesn't look as bulky as the Mercedes-Benz and as the BMW. Come to the back. They're going to be a really good looking spoiler. It does have a third brake light built into it. Wiper is going to be right here, and for the taillights actually have a really nice look. Everything is going to be LED right here in the back. Overall, design looks very, very nice. I think Infiniti did a great job with the taillights. And for the turn signal indicators, the housing or the cover is going to be red, but the turn signal indicators are going to be amber. So they do have that. They do have an almost like red color to them. QX55 is going to be all the way to the right. Infiniti is going to be ran all the way in the back, and Infiniti badge is going to be back here. And this is going to be the button to open the tailgate. All-wheel drive is going to be all the way to the left. And I really like the placement of the reflectors. And the bumper is going to be finished in a little bit of flat black and the same color as the SUV. And for the exhaust tips are not connected to the exhaust pipe. but a lot of companies are actually doing that, so that's fine. And it doesn't look as bad as the other SUVs or cars. Here is a key. Feels very light. It does have the Infiniti badge all the way up top. Good amount of chrome around the buttons, and there are going to be 5 buttons on this key: remote start, lock, unlock, tailgate release, and a panic button. To open the tailgate, there are going to be 3 different ways: one on the key, one on the tailgate, and one inside. But let me go ahead and show you the button that opens the tailgate. It's going to be this button right here. Tailgate opens nice and quick, and up here there are going to be 2 buttons, one to close the tailgate and one to close and lock the tailgate of the SUV. And actually there is going to be a handle right here if you want to manually drop the tailgate down, and a light. And inside there is actually a very good amount of space in the back of this QX55. There are going to be some handles right here to drop the seats down, and there's going to be a hook right here on the left and a light all the way to the right. A little bit of storage place on the right and a little bit more on the left, and there's going to be a 12-volt socket, some tie downs, and overall the trunk of this QX55 is actually very good. And underneath there's going to be a very good amount of storage place, and this is just in case if you get stuck, basically a tow hook. And this QX55 does not have a spare tire. Here is a door handle. It does have a good amount of chrome on it, and it does have a sensor right behind the door handle. This is how you unlock the SUV, and to lock it there's going to be a button right here. Just go ahead and click on it, and this will lock the SUV. Here is the door panel. It does have a really nice look to it, and up top this is going to be actually wrapped in leather, which is nice. And I love the stitching right here. Good amount of brushed aluminum across the door, and this is going to be a wood trim. I think this is real wood, and the door handle feels very nice and solid. Memory seats. It does have Bose sound system. It does have 16 speakers in this QX55. Window switches, mirror controls, everything looks good. Everything is nice and has a very high quality, and all the window switches are going to be automatic up and down, and the armrest is nice and soft. This is wrapped in leather, more of that double stitching. In the bottom this is plastic, which is fine, and there's going to be a light all the way in the bottom. Good amount of storage place with the bottle holder, and the speaker is going to be right there in the bottom. Here are the seats. Seats are very nice and comfortable. No crazy design, which is expected. This is not a sports car. And right here they're going to be almost like an Alcantara material. It doesn't feel as grippy. There's more right here on the sides as well, and the seat controls are going to be in the bottom. It does have lumbar support. But let's go ahead and move inside this QX55, and I'll show you how it looks like from the inside. Alright, so here is the interior of this 2022 Infiniti QX55. It is brand new for Infiniti, and as I told you guys, it does have that coupe style or design. Overall, interior looks nice, and it is very similar to the other Infiniti products. Of course, they're trying to keep, of course, the same look on all of their products. Steering wheel looks good. It is wrapped in leather, and the 10 and 2 grip, they're very nice and thick. The bottom of the steering wheel is actually a little bit on the thicker side. It does have a good amount of brushed aluminum, and overall I think the styling of the steering wheel looks good. All the way to the left are going to be the volume controls, voice command, and the phone controls, and all the way to the right they're going to be the Pro Pilot Assist, and it does have the adaptive cruise control. Those 2 buttons right here will toggle through this center display. Gauges look good, and they are very easy to understand and see. It does have paddle shifters. They are very nice and solid. They are finished in plastic. I really wish they were finished in brushed aluminum. All the way to the left, they're going to be the turn signal controls with the high and low beam, and to the right, they're going to be the wiper controls for the front and back. And right here on the left, they're going to be a good amount of buttons. The headlight controls, brightness controls. Here is the fog light button. And it does have the steering assist, parking sensors, and I believe this is for the braking assist, and it does have the tailgate release. And trip reset is actually located right there. And I really like the design of the wood. The design of the vents look very good, and good amount of brushed aluminum, and it just carries to the door. In this SUV, there are going to be two screens. The top one is going to be 7 inches, and the bottom one is going to be 8 inches. Top one is going to display the navigation, climate controls. So whatever you do with the climate controls, let's say if you raise up the speed, the fan speed, it's going to display it there. If you raise up the temperature, it will display it right there, and it will display the backup camera. So here is the backup camera, 360, and you could actually turn on the front-facing camera. Resolution is okay. I really wish it was a little bit better, and it will have basically it will display a camera on the rim to see if you're very close to a curb or not. And coming down, there are going to be a good amount of buttons. Those are for the climate controls on the left and right. It does have heated seats, cold seats, 3 stages each. And if you click the climate control, the climate button, it will display the climates right here, so that's nice. And coming down, you will have the radio controls. It does have a CD player or a CD slot, and here is the emergency light button. And there are going to be 2 cup holders, a little bit of storage place, 1 USB, 1 USB-C, and a 12 volt. And this cover actually feels a little bit on the lighter side, but it's nice and grippy, so you could put things on it and they won't slide around. Here is the engine start stop, located in a very nice spot, and here is the shifter that will control the CVT transmission in this QX55. It does have a button right here, so just click on it and move it back. This is for drive. Move it to the front. This is for reverse, and here is the park button, and here is the drive mode selector. It will display sport in the bottom right there, standard, eco, and it does have personal, basically individual, and e-brake, brake hold, and this will control the top screen, so you could actually click on the camera and that will bring up the camera. You could click on the map button, that will bring up the map, and there is a back button right here. You could actually control this to zoom in and zoom out, and here is an OK button, so you click on it, that will take you to the menu you want to go to. Here is the armrest. It's a little bit on the harder side, but a lot of companies actually do it this way. It is wrapped in leather, and they're going to be really nice white stitching right here on this armrest. And inside, it's nice and deep. There's going to be 1 USB inside, and here is the rear view mirror. It's a little bit on the bulky side, but it does have garage controls or buttons, and it does have the auto dimming function. And up top, they're going to be the glasses holder. It does have some LED lights, which is nice, of course, and it's expected from Infiniti. It does have a switch to open the sunroof. It is a standard size sunroof for $60,000. I really wish it had panoramic sunroof. And it does have an SOS button. And for the visor, feels very nice and solid, and Infiniti and Nissan, they actually do very good when it comes to the visors. This is very nice and soft, and it feels very nice and solid. And they're going to be a light and a mirror, and it does actually slide. Here is the back door, and the back door has the same design as the front. Top portion is going to be wrapped in leather, and it's actually nice and soft, and it does have more of that wood trim in the back, brushed aluminum. Door handle feels the same as the front. Bose sound system, automatic window switch. This is nice and soft, and this is wrapped in leather, plastic in the bottom with a light, and there's going to be a good amount of storage place for the back door and the speaker in the bottom. Here are the back seats. Back seats are very nice and spacious, and the driver's seat is almost pushed all the way to the back because it does actually move to the back when you turn off the SUV. Leg room is very good, headroom is very good, and they're going to be an armrest, nice and soft, 2 cup holders, a little bit of storage place, and those seats are actually raised a little bit higher, so when you sit back here, it does have that almost stadium style seats, so you could see the front very easy. And they're going to be 2 AC vents, It does have tri-climb control, and it does have one USB and one 12-volt. I hope you guys enjoyed this review of this 2022 Infiniti QX55. I would like to thank Alex and George Harte Infiniti here in Wallingford, Connecticut for providing me this QX55. If you guys are around, if you guys are interested, I'm going to go ahead and put the information and link in the bottom of this video. And if you guys would like to see more videos like this, please subscribe, and as always, I'll see you next time.